So let me just start off by saying this is one of my favorite days of the year, and I've put it off for a couple of days, but Alaska's not putting it off. The trees are changing colors. It is like full-fledged fall mode around here, and so we are going to get decorating for fall. Fall is one of my absolute favorite seasons to decorate for and my holidays, because it's kind of that change, and when you embrace it, it's the warm, it's the cozy, it's the richness of like the flavors, and the food changes and the whole mood, and you kind of come in and you want to be like nice and cuddled and that whole thing. So I love to decorate for fall. My house decor generally lends itself fairly well to fall decoration, and so I am going to share with you today a little clean-ish redecorate, move things around, and get ready to embrace fall or autumn here in Alaska. Welcome to our vlog. We are the Milnes family. We started building a modern homestead outside of Wasilla, Alaska in the summer of 2021. That's my husband, Aaron. I am Jessica, a stay-at-home wife and mom. Our second son, Caleb, lives here with us, along with our daughter, Cody Ann, and the youngest of our family, Wyatt. We brought our two dogs, Tipper and Daisy, and got a new addition, the Alaska dog, Roberto. Okay, I did get these two boxes out of the trailer. They have been in there since we moved. There was a quilt on top of this so that when you put stuff on the top, see how dirty our trailer got in the move here? So if this were to sink down, then it didn't break my dishes. So I individually, so you know, I'm seeing that there is no breakage. So like the kids' baby blankets that I want to save, I use those to pack. That one was handmade by my mother-in-law for Caleb when he was born. So I use them as packing material. And now I can wash them and put them away for the kids. But anywho, these are the dishes, and each one is individually wrapped, and I'm gonna pull all of these out and get them washed and ready for the kitchen. Okay, let me start off with when will I ever learn? It is 5 o'clock and I have pre-cleaned all day. Just got done mopping the floor. I went ahead and left the mop bucket out if I wanted to touch things up when we're done. And then I went to the basement, got these 3 boxes behind me of fall decor. They're dusty and dirty. I pre-washed all of the dishes that we're going to trade over and change to. So not only are we gonna get rid of these dishes for now, but also the dishes that are in this red cabinet. That's something really funky. Like, we only keep out a certain number of dishes. And the reason is twofold. We don't have a dishwasher, and so I don't like to have so many plates or dishes that you can dirty 12, 14, 16, 18 plates or cups or bowls or something like that, and then we need to come in and wash them. So if there's only enough plates and bowls for everyone in the house, plus a couple of guests, then everything stays on top of it. So this plate set here that I dug out of the trailer earlier, it is way too big of a set for it to actually be out. But I do keep the overflow in that red cabinet, and the reason is because during this time of year, we like to have guests and friends, and the kids have friends, and we want to have enough dishes, but I want them to where my family doesn't feel like they can just go and dirty more dishes. They need to feel like they need to wash what's in the sink. So let's see what we have in the totes though, and then we'll know what we want to take down up top and start working on. Let's get into it. Almost everything that I decorated with came from years ago and were brought here, so I'm unable to give you links on my decorations. One of the best parts of redecorating, and my encouragement to you, is being able to take everything down, wash it, and clean it before you start decorating, and it does help keep a house tidy and in order by giving things new life. I do find that by decorating spaces like above a refrigerator or someplace that maybe you would cram or shove things, it causes you not to put things up there, but instead you have the decorations to look at and enjoy that space. Nothing is set in stone, and every year as I decorate, things go in different places. I don't put everything back where it was this year. So next year, the house will look different as we decorate, but I just take my time and enjoy the process. Isn't it wild how we just put barely any decorations up here and it totally changes the look and the feel of the kitchen? So we've made it to there. All the pots have been washed. I wiped everything down. It's all clean. The top of the fridge is clean. Let's move over here and see what we can get tackled. As I clean off these shelves, I do want to answer kind of some questions that I get quite frequently. I got this rough saw lumber from someone local, and then Erin and I just built the support braces in the aisle at the Home Depot. Okay, so this is an old bedspread. It was Cody's when she was really little, but I like the creamy off-white and kind of the vibe that it's giving, but let's see if we can get it decorated. I went ahead and started on the coffee table. I ended up not using this orange tablecloth, but I started getting some other decor ready for other parts of the living room and the breakfast nook that later I call an eat-in dining room, but we all know it's actually a breakfast nook. So we're gonna stop for tonight, but it's looking so cute in here. And we're gonna have dinner really quick, and then I will tackle this tomorrow and we'll do the big reveal. Okay, so I'm so excited to show you, only because yesterday I struggled a little bit as we started this decorating process, and today I have embraced it. I have embraced the rain and the cool temperatures, and it's like getting to the point where I can have a regular fire. I'm gonna show you outside again. Every day it is more and more yellow and gold and red. The trees across the lake are all turning. The driveway, everywhere we go, is just covered in leaves. Everything is falling. It is beautiful. And I'm saying, I'm going to take in this next season. I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to be grateful, because it is a season of gratitude where we get to consume the things that we've harvested, where we get to fill our bellies and our spirits, our souls with the beauty that surrounds us, and roll into the next season with that reminder. Here I go on my tangents, you know, with that reminder that with each season, it can't always be summer. It can't always be winter. It cannot always be fall. And so we are going to embrace fall or autumn, whatever you call it, wherever you're from, and say, I am going to enjoy this. So let me show you around, and then we're gonna end this with, Cody just said to me, Mama, make me something that we can have with vanilla ice cream. My beautiful neighbor went apple picking. I'm gonna show you some Alaskan apples and how tiny they are. I'm not even gonna peel them. We're gonna make a cast iron, if I can get the words out, girl. Cast iron apple crisp with these beautiful Alaskan apples. And it's gonna be so yummy. So let me show you what we got done. Let's just have a little reminder of where we started out and what all we needed to work on, from the kitchen, the eat-in dining area of the kitchen, along with the living room, and then the breakfast nook area that kind of overlooks the lake, on into the entry and the front rooms of the house. All right, when you walk in the door, we have the entry table. I still have never decided what I want to do with this area of the house. This was my great-grandmother's cabinet. So we took some of the spring dishes and summer dishes out of there and put the overflow dishes. And I think it looks so cute with the black and white. As we pan around, we are eventually going to build our giant island table here that will consume even more of the kitchen. But for now, this is an old tablecloth I had that was from a couple houses ago. Almost nothing is new. I just used a little of the fall leaves with some of the copper pots. I thought that worked really well. This is us. We're getting ready to cook, you and I. Up here on the shelves, I do love my big copper bucket, but you know what? I got this bowl from my grandmother. G-Mom is what I call her. She has the same one in her kitchen, and it's cracked. So I can't actually use it for like salad or food or whatever. And so it's perfect, I think, for certain times of the year. So I think that works really well. These have now become our everyday dishes for this season, and they will actually match our Christmas decorations. So we'll use them for 2 entire seasons until spring rolls around. But some cute little canisters. That's our new butter dish. All of it works really well together. We just made some fire starters together. I need to do something in this area. I have an idea. We're not quite there yet, but we're going to work on it. So this is our eat-in dining room. It's just off of the pantry. The pantry is right behind you, the camera. And then this is our eat-in dining room. And I love this table. This was also my grandmother's. Cody and I found these chairs. They were hideous. And I painted them and the base of the table. And then the table itself is stained. And then I found this beautiful tablecloth at my favorite secondhand store in town. just some fake greenery, but I thought it was nice to have it set up and ready for fall. All right, this is the living room. I still need to figure out a rug that will work well here. I had a rug, if you look at some of our videos, and it was one of the Joanna Gaines rugs, and I loved the color of it and everything. It just did not hold up with the dogs. They get it muddy or dirty, and the rug by the front door is actually an indoor-outdoor rug, and that's why that one holds up so well. So I need to figure out something here. But yeah, I had done the one tablecloth. I didn't like it, and so I ended up doing the runner matches the dining room table. This couch I got off of Facebook Marketplace. I think I might have paid $100 or $200 for the table or the couch and the coffee table, and then I had the cushions redone. And so that's why I protect them, because even today I came home and the dogs had been on the couch. The only thing new in the whole room is that one green blanket and the 4 pillows. All right, so that is it for the fall decorations. Now let's get into the kitchen and do what we actually love doing around here, and that is cooking, preserving, doing all the little homestead things. Let's go make a quick apple crisp. This is an Alaskan apple, and that is a full size. Here's a little bit bigger one, but this is full size, and this is the second year I've been able to get some fresh apples here in Alaska, and they are so delicious. So for the last couple of days, this has just been sitting on the table, and Aaron and the kids and I, like after dinner, whatever, we will just munch on these like crazy. But I thought there is nothing more beautifully beginning of fall. It's not quite pumpkin time yet, but the apples were falling off the tree. I'll show you. There's some kind of with some nasty bruises. They're not rotten, but they shook the tree and the apples fell. So we're gonna get these washed up, and we're gonna make a quick cast iron apple crisp. Before I wash them, just so you know, the oven is preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, we're obviously not gonna use this amount of apples. I just wanna partially fill this bowl. And any apples that are really in beautiful shape still, I'm gonna toss them to the side, and I'm going to let Aaron and the kids, myself, will snack on those. So to do these apples, because there's nothing on them except for whatever the good Lord created to protect the apple, there's no pesticides, nothing on this apple. I don't need to peel them. So I'm just going to slice them like so. Now before we go too far, all these apple scraps are actually going to be put in a half-gallon mason jar, and we are going to make apple scrap vinegar. All right, I got the apples all just sliced up. I'm gonna hit my cast iron skillet, get it going. I have 3 tablespoons of butter that I'm going to get melting in there. And to the butter, I am going to add half of a cup of brown sugar. So we're making almost like a caramel for the apples. While the sugar and the butter are going over here, we are going to start our streusel toppings. So I have about 1/4 cup, just a few tablespoons of flour, 5 tablespoons of butter, and a pinch of salt. I am going to cut, you can do this with your hands. It's almost like little peas. Okay, so a third of a cup of brown sugar to that, and a cup and a quarter or a cup and a third of oats. And now I'm going to smash that into here. I moved you. Okay, so see how it's kind of, the brown sugar is melting. So to that, we're gonna add the apples. And a couple of teaspoons of cinnamon. So I'm gonna put most of it on the apples and then some on the top. I went ahead and turned off the heat. So you see how it kind of turned, the sugar kind of crystallized, turned hard? All that will go back. It's totally fine. Okay, so spread that out. So into the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. Have you ever been curious how they make apple cider vinegar? Well, I am going to show you. Again, these are organic, straight off the tree, no pesticides, no wax, nothing on these apples. So to all these apple scraps, regardless of what scrap it is, we throw it in the half-gallon jar. To that, we're going to just top it off. This is a filtered water. It is not a, it's not tap water. So if your tap water has chlorine in it, it would kill the bacteria that we're looking to get going. There we go. For every cup of water, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of a good raw sugar, because we also don't want a bleached sugar. We don't want bleach in there. We're not gonna be able to make apple vinegar. 1, 2, 3, so we have 4 cups of water, so 4 tablespoons of a good raw sugar. And then for every tablespoon of sugar, I do a tablespoon of an apple cider vinegar, just to get it kick-started and going, that has the mother in it. A live something, it cannot have been pasteurized, just has to be a raw, organic, live cultured apple cider vinegar. So you can like literally see it in the bottom. So that is a live. And then we're gonna do, okay, well I grabbed the half tablespoon, so we'll do 8 of these. Okay, thereabouts. Let's give that a good mix. All right, on top of the vinegar so that it's breathing, I have some cheesecloth, because we don't want gnats or flies or bugs getting in, but we do want all the airflow. And then the lid. And I'm going to put this in a dark pantry shelf for 2 weeks, a pantry cabinet for 2 weeks. At which point I'm gonna drain or strain out all of the apple scraps, put it in another jar, and 4 to 6 months from now, we will have apple cider vinegar. Thank you, those of you that have stuck around to the end. I did sure enjoy spending my time with you the last couple of days getting this house decorated and ready for fall. The weather really is changing here. I know in other parts of the world, in the country, it's not as extreme as the changes have already been here, but fall is upon us and it is time to embrace the beauty and all that it has to offer. It's time to start getting this wood cook stove back into working shape and ready to be feeding our family, heating our home, and really giving us some life around here. It took off in a hurry, didn't it? So our little fire starters, I went ahead and threw one of those in here tonight. If you haven't watched that video, I'll leave it in the description box for you. But thank you guys for joining me. Oh, that is beautiful. That turned out lovely. I love it. Anyway, I have to get my family some dinner now that we have some dessert. I have the fire going. Everything is lovely. Thank you. Last time I'm gonna say it. If you're new around here, would you do us a favor if you haven't already? Would you hit that subscribe button? When you ring the bell, you get notifications. You won't miss anything we're doing on our homestead. When you give us thumbs up and you leave comments in the comment section, all those things do help our channel to grow. I hope that you are blessed. I hope that you have something warm and beautiful to fill your belly and that you embrace whatever season may come next. I look forward to sharing all of these seasons with you guys, and have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.